think I'm ready to talk about our cave floating trip.
The glowworms.
The glowworms.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
It was very not cool.
What do you mean?
It was very not.
I thought it was amazing. It was awesome. What's not to like?
There was so much not to like.
I don't know. Kind of reminded me of my childhood, walking down the creek. Yeah, looking at the rocks and stuff.
Yes.
Except for you couldn't touch the walls.
Yes. Now, explain what we thought the trip was.
Yeah, so in all the pictures, you see all these people linked together in inner tubes, floating down this beautiful water that's just slow moving, looking up going, ooh, glowworms. In the ceiling of this beautiful cave.
What was our biggest concern heading into the glowworm cave?
You gotta make sure your mouth is closed because you might get poo coming into your mouth. But you'll see it, it's gonna be glowing, so it'll come down and you can maybe dodge it. But that was it, yeah. Someone told us, make sure you keep your mouth closed.
Yes, that was our biggest concern. Keep your mouth closed, and so that was it. So my thought going into this was that I needed to watch the poo.
Yeah.
So
and will the wetsuit fit me?
And will the wetsuit fit me? I
want to be embarrassed.
Didn't want to get there and have them be like, and like have them try to wedge me,
squeeze you in,
squeeze me in. What I wasn't prepared for was the opposite problem.
They had a huge one made for a giant man who weighed like 400 pounds.
So they gave me a wetsuit that got around my curves, but it was literally made for a man who was like 400 pounds and 6'4". Yeah. But so I got into it, and so you're in this wetsuit, and then you have a coat that goes over the top of your wetsuit, and then you have on little sock booty.
Little sock booties, yeah. You put those on first and pull them over.
And then you have rubber boots, like literally like just...
They're white rubber boots.
White rubber boots.
With holes drilled in them so the water squishes out.
Yeah, if you were lucky enough to get the pair...
You didn't have holes in yours?
No!
Oh, I did. It was quite fun. You stop and it would squirt people in the face.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so they put us on a bus and they take us, and we're thinking that we're gonna go and we're gonna get in the cave and we're gonna float.
Yeah.
So they take us down and they take us to this place.
Like a launching pad place.
Look at that. Yeah. You have to walk down a couple of stairs and you have this little inner tube.
It's so skinny. It's like this big around.
This tiny little inner tube. They're like, okay, put your butt in here, and now I want you to jump backwards.
Off of this ladder.
I mean, it wasn't that far.
No, 5 feet. Maybe less than 5 feet.
Yeah. So I have this dinghy. Everybody else goes ahead of me. So Chris goes, and Ella goes, and Eli goes, and they just go kapoosh. They make a little V, they go down, and they pop up. What was the word he used to describe mine?
He used the word? I missed that. No, I missed that. What was the word?
When I jumped in, he said something like that was epic.
He had a kind of a boring day that day.
He was totally done. And then he was like, oh, this gal's funny. So I go into the water. He had said things. People need to understand, if you know the turtle butt slapping story, you know that I take these things very seriously. When people tell me not to touch it, or like, this is gonna break your ankles.
Yeah.
Remember, because he said, you can jump in.
Yeah.
But if you jump straight in, you're gonna snap your ankles.
You're gonna hurt your ankles, yeah.
Yeah. So I dive in, and I make a V, but I shoot my legs
really high.
Straight.
You almost flipped over head over heels. I thought for sure you were gonna go a somersault once you hit the water.
And I come up, and the guy whose name was Atma, and he was hilarious, and I really enjoyed him. I mean, he's like, that was epic. He didn't say epic. He said like
some Kiwi cool word to say epic.
But anyway, then they tell us to climb out of the water and get back on the bus.
We're like,
what?
I thought we were gonna maybe float down the creek for a while
Yeah.
and get to the cave.
Me too.
Nope.
Nope.
It was just a testing site to see if we were willing to jump off of a ladder.
Yeah.
And capable of doing it before we got in the cave, which I think is smart.
Yeah.
Because if you can't do that there in the open, then you're going to be terrified when you're in the middle of the cave trying to do it.
Yes. So they put us back on the bus. I'm already thinking, nah, I'm done. But I will not turn away any adventure because I don't want to miss out on anything.
Right.
Like this is all new. Everything that we're doing is new.
It's going to be amazing.
So then we get to the cave. And they said, okay, everybody put your inner tube in a straight line.
On the ground. Or just on the path.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And sit in it.
Yeah, no big deal. Just put your butt down.
For people who have...
And put your feet out in front.
For people who have core strength and aren't in a wetsuit that makes them look like a fat 10-year-old kid in their dad's wetsuit.
Well, and at that point, our wetsuits are full of water, so you're carrying around that weight too.
Yes. So we sit in the thing, and we have our legs. We're like this, right? We're like putting our legs and making this little worm.
A little eel.
And so the point is that we don't lose anybody when we're in the cave.
And everybody's got their lights off.
And when they have their lights off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they go, okay, everybody, let's go.
After we'd all sat down.
After we'd all sat down. Everybody gets up. I begin rolling on the ground and rolling, trying to get my foot up and over. And I'm trying to stand up in this stupid wetsuit. And I'm like, no, this is it.
Yeah, we had adopted Carissa, our new newlywed girl. Yeah,
she's really sweet.
Yeah, she's sweet.
Forget Carissa. I didn't care about anybody at this point. I'm like, Carissa wanted to bail. I should have let her trust her feelings, and I should have bailed with Carissa at that point. The entrance to the cave, you had to walk down, and then there's just rushing water, which and it was raining.
On the stairs. Yeah. It was downpouring.
And if you've gone creek walking in Oregon at all, then you know how slippery it gets.
Yeah.
But it wasn't slippery, but in your brain, it's slippery.
Yeah, the boots were amazing, and they were sticking to all the rocks.
Yeah.
It was like limestone rocks.
Yeah, so high five white New Zealand boots.
Yeah.
Great. Whatever.
Not slippery.
So he's like, here, sit down. Mom, they have started calling. They started calling.
You were Mom and Dad.
No, they didn't call you Dad.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
Yeah.
Maybe one time, maybe because you didn't need help.
Yeah.
They knew me, they kept calling me Mom.
All right, Mom. Mom goes first.
Mom, sit down. Mom, I'll hold you in a tube. And I'm like, squeezing down, and we get into the thing. Then they tell us the words that would change my life forever, which was, don't touch the walls.
Right.
Don't touch the ceiling.
Because we had gotten inside the cave at this point, and there was stalactites coming down from the ceiling.
Yes.
That take hundreds of years to form.
Hundreds of years. And my human oils
We'll turn it brown.
will turn it brown and kill it.
But he said you could touch the limestone down below, but you.
But who knows what limestone is? It all looks the same. I know what a stalactite is. I know what that is.
Yeah.
But they said don't touch the walls.
That's true. Because when we first went in, they were like the stalactite type, like crumbly sand looking thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell limestone is. Anyway, so we get in. Now imagine, if you will, a little 10-year-old boy, a little 10-year-old chubby boy with poor ankle strength in his dad's wetsuit that is accumulating water, hunched over.
Yeah, because it's low at first.
Yeah, hunched over, no core strength, in rubber boots, creek walking, afraid that you're going to kill a natural environment. That was me. What were you?
I was the 10-year-old little boy reliving my childhood, running along on the creek going, wow, this place is awesome. Wow, look how cool that is. That looks like an LED light. Hey, is that an LED light? He says, yeah. And how long did it take you to install these LED lights? He goes, oh man, the wiring was, it took forever. We were enjoying ourselves, making fun of it.
Kids were happy, everybody's good. All I'm thinking to myself is don't say in front of the children how much you hate their father.
And there was a part where you had to sit before you went into the deep. Mm-hmm. And they told me, okay, sit. So I sat down and then I splashed in. Lindsay comes up, Mom, sit. Mom, sit. Sit! Ah! She falls off this like ledge where she should have sat and could have really hurt herself. Like, why are you not sitting?
Because I have no core strength. I may never get up again. I couldn't
I was so
sit.
scared at that point.
I
caught you, but I was nervous. You
couldn't
wouldn't sit. You were like not listening. You have to sit when they say sit.
Then we get to a part where we have to float and bend our head because the ceiling, the water is so close to the ceiling of the rock.
And you didn't mark that you were claustrophobic on your little medical sheet.
No, I'm not going to mark that I'm claustrophobic on a medical sheet. I don't want them to know. Chris was like, did that part scare you? I said no, because at that point I was like, if I drown in here, whatever, I don't care.
That was actually really cool.
They could drag... No, they could drag my soggy rear end all the way back to the bus.
It was like that much space between the water and the tube, and you're like,
no,
halfway under the water.
No, I hated you so much at this point. And Chris kept looking back at me going,
are you okay, babe?
Are you? And I was like, don't talk to me.
How you doing?
Don't talk to me. And he was like,
okay. All right. Just gonna try to enjoy this. Block out what's going on over there and enjoy this beautiful creation.
So then we had to do a couple of jumps off of the thing again, like we did at the beginning, and that was fine.
Yeah, that was actually kind of fun.
There came a point in the middle of the cave where I sat down on a rock in the middle.
I remember that point.
And I thought to myself, I'm not going any further.
I'm just going to sit right here.
And die in the cave.
No one can make me move.
Nobody can make me move. I'm going to die in the cave.
Oh.
That's it.
Luckily, your back's been feeling better since we've been in New Zealand.
Yeah.
So you were fresh.
Yeah. But I was fine to die in the cave. So finally, we get out of the caves. We float out. We had 5 minutes of sheer beauty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we all eeled up and
I don't know if any of
we were holding onto the rope and we let go, and everybody turned off their lights, and then all of a sudden it was just this slow, gently moving down this deep, deep water, and then the cave was probably 30 meters up, and just glowworms everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like a starry night. It was beautiful, kind of bluish. Glowy stars.
And I'm breathing so heavily that as I'm laying in my tube, I'm going. I just thought to myself, they're gonna poop in my mouth, but there's nothing I can do about it. Because if I close my mouth, I will die. And at this point, we're closer to the end than the beginning.
Right. And you'll just float out.
Then Atma said to me, Mom, are you cold? Because that's the whole reason why I have these stupid wetsuits on in the first place. Mom, are you cold? I said, no, I've been having a hot flash since like waterfall number 2. And I said, every time cold water comes in, I'm fine. I have steam, so much steam rising from my wetsuit. So we're in.
It was right before the second jump. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right before the second jump. There's a bunch of people there lined up, doing different things in different parts of the cave. Mm-hmm. And this guy's sitting there with his group, and he hands Lindsay this rock that's like this big and pretty fat. I mean, substantial, heavy rock. Mm-hmm. Here you go.
Take this. You're gonna need it.
Take this. You're gonna need it.
And I said, I'm gonna need it. Are you are you being for real? And he's like, yeah, you need to keep this. And I'm like, what? And then I realized that he's just being a smartass, and I'm like, I'm gonna bludgeon this man to death in this cave with like 24 witnesses, and I don't care. And I said to the man, I said, do you realize that I'm already carrying this and this and this? And I grab my boobs and I grab my butt, and I'm like,
and your tube.
And my tube. I said, and this, I'm already carrying this around in this cave. And there are these 3 Japanese guys who I don't know if they spoke English or not. I have no idea. But they're looking, going, who is this crazy woman? American woman grabbing her boobs in the middle of the cave. So anyway, needless to say, we didn't need that rock. He was just being smart. So if you were to give the glowworm tunnel a rating without me there, because I have no doubt that I ruined part of your rating.
Maybe a little.
If you were to give a rating 1 out of 5 stars, how many stars would you give the glowworm?
5. It was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about you?
I would color in the tip of 1 star.
Say, you suck. Why did you deceive me?
No. But here's the thing. In absolute defense, I've never met kinder guides.
Oh yeah, they were great.
I never felt safer, even though I felt totally out of control out of my body.
Yeah.
I never felt
You
safer.
could have been clear about when you could grab onto the walls and when you couldn't.
Right.
That might have helped you a
But
little bit.
in defense, they needed to have 1 person at the front and 1 person at the back, and so
In the middle.
I never felt unsafe. And I got an awesome T-shirt.
Well, because you'll do anything for a t-shirt.
I will do anything for a T-shirt. So this is my T-shirt.
Go up a little higher.
You want to see? Yeah?
Yeah, there you go.
So my dream is that you do that tour again with Jess and Jared.
Yeah. Or even just Ella.
Yeah.
Ella had a great time. She was all about the adventure. She's like, Dad, can we go back and do the zip tour? I'm like,
Yeah.
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 Eli's like, sorry, buddy, you're not 16 yet, so maybe in a couple of years.
So anyway, that is our review of the Blackwater rafting
Yes, the labyrinth.
glowworm.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome.
We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.